Hey, Skylar. Was I supposed to receive the invitation that you sent me? Huh? What are you talking about? We just received an invitation in the mail. The invitation to your wedding? You didn't mean to send this to our house, did you? What's wrong with me inviting you to my wedding? We're sisters. I don't see a problem. If anything, it would be odd not to invite you. You're trying to convince me that it would be odd for you not to invite me to your wedding? After everything you did to me. Seriously. Come on, sis, don't be like that. The past is in the past. You haven't invited us to any family gatherings that you planned in years, just because me and my husband didn't go to university. That was our choice to make, and we're not ashamed of it, Skylar. You and your fiancé have treated us horribly up until now. Why would you invite us to your wedding? And why would you think we would go? Come on, Bella, don't be like that. You're starting to scare me. Your sister and her fiancé are inviting you to their wedding. I don't see a reason to turn down the offer. Besides, we decided to invite you because we looked back at our past actions and felt bad about them. That's why we decided to invite you in the first place. I'm so sorry for saying rude things to you back then. I really wasn't myself back then. What's gotten into you? You're starting to scare me. I did everything I could to make you stop doing those horrible things to me, but you never stopped. But now you suddenly feel bad for those things? Did you two get hit by lightning together or something? Preparing for the wedding really changed us. It was way more hectic than we first expected it to be. But then we were really motivated by the thought of being able to show our appreciation to everyone who helped us get here. And I realized how you were one of the people who I should credit being right here, right now too. Really? Yeah, you were the nicest person in the world to me when we were just little kids. You would run off to find our parents whenever I started crying. And you would cheer me up when I was disappointed in myself for being unathletic. I do remember those things, but that was back when we were still really close to each other. Those memories helped me realize how important you were to me, but I was foolish enough to let my ego get in the way and make fun of you for not going to college. Even though that doesn't matter at all about a person. I mean, you two just go to show that it doesn't matter whether a person goes to college with your business together. A small web shop is still a huge accomplishment, and I mean it. Look, you're really, really scaring me here. What has gotten into you? Have you really changed? Yes, and I'm sorry for everything I've done up until now. I know I'm asking for a lot right now, but I really do regret everything I've done to you. Charles, this is an emergency. Apparently, Skylar is a whole new person all of a sudden, and she wants us to attend her wedding together.
Oh, so the invitation was legit? Well, I thought she sent a fake invitation or something to us. I wouldn't be surprised if the time, place, and date were all different from the actual thing.
I fully agree, and that's why I'm so surprised. She apologized for everything that's happened up until now, including all of the things she said to us, and she said she would be glad if the two of us showed up to the wedding.
That's amazing. I mean, if she's insisting on it, then why not? We should send an RSPV right away.
Wait, you agree on coming? I'm glad Skylar finally feels differently about all of the things she said to us. But that doesn't change the past, and the fact is, she said those things, and she's done those things. We can't just act like none of that ever happened, right?
I mean, if this is about me, then yes. I can act like nothing ever happened. Because I'm really happy that you're finally starting to get along with your sister again. That's way more important than holding a grudge for what happened in the past.
Charles.
But I also totally understand if you have mixed feelings about the whole thing. Because, I mean, she really was persistent about making us feel like fools for not going to college. Like the way she'd tell us that she wishes our business would go bankrupt every time we saw her. And the way she'd make fun of us whenever business would get slow.
Yeah, and it wouldn't hurt just me. It hurt both of us.
But it's still a once-in-a-lifetime type of chance to finally get along with her again. And I feel like that's something worth putting the past behind for. Only good things come from being close and friendly with your siblings, you know. So really, don't mind me and make the most out of this chance.
You're right. Nothing good comes of me putting my ego first right now. Regardless of everything, I'd still be glad if I could become close with my sister again. I guess it's official then. I'll go let her know that we're coming.
Great. I'll go make sure my schedule's open for that day. We just got a huge order a while ago too, so hopefully nothing comes up where we have to turn down one or the other.
That's true. Business has been busy lately. Thankfully. All right. Let's work hard now so we can go to that wedding without any other worries.
Right on. Plus, we're gonna need some money for a nice present for them too. Alright, let's get to work.
Hey, Skylar. Sorry for bothering you right before the wedding. We noticed that there weren't enough seats for the two of us. Could you redirect us to someone who could show us where our table is? We tried asking the staff close by, but they wouldn't do anything about it. You came! Thank you so much. And also, don't worry about the seats. You can stay as you are. I'll have you two standing while you watch the wedding for today. Very funny. Wait, are you serious? Why wouldn't you prepare seats for us? You should be able to figure out the answer to that question on your own. I thought today was our day to make up for past disagreements. Make up? Why would I bother to make up with an idiot who couldn't even go to college? Ew, do you hear yourself? But you said that you felt bad about the things you did to me up until today. You went out of your way to apologize to me. You're a different person now, aren't you? Don't you want to make up with me? As you could probably have guessed by now, that was a lie to get you two to come to my wedding today. Duh! How could you say that? I've hated you up until now, and I'm going to hate you for as long as I live. And I didn't prepare seats for you because I hate you. Got it? You two idiots can stay standing. I don't get it. If you hate us so much, then you shouldn't have invited us. Why would you lie about feeling bad about the things you've done and that you're trying to make up for everything? It doesn't make sense. It makes complete sense. I wanted to make the two of you feel the way you made me feel on that day. What day? How does it feel standing up while everyone else is sitting down comfortably? Doesn't it make you feel embarrassed and vulnerable? That's the way I've always felt since elementary school. What do you mean? Because no matter what our parents made us do, you were always the one who would get complimented. You were good at everything. But the teachers would always make me stand up and scold me in front of the whole class. They would yell at me for not being able to do the things that my own sister could pull off easily. Just because I was born to be your sister. I've always hated you ever since. You're the reason my life has been so miserable. How is that my fault? That's why I've always focused on my studies, because it was the only thing I could surpass you in. Not the piano, not sports, but schoolwork. And I finally beat you. I graduated one of the most prestigious universities in the country, while you graduated a public high school and never made it to university. I beat you for the first time in my life. But I didn't stop there, so I've been plotting this day ever since. And it's finally here. How do you feel? You really did all of this for that pathetic reason. Say whatever you want. I invited all of my friends from college for today, Therefore, everyone here has at least a bachelor's degree. Everyone other than you two high school graduates. And those two are the only ones who are standing up with nowhere to sit. Because you don't belong here. Isn't it hilarious? You're pathetic. Making what should have been the happiest day of your life into a tool for some stupid revenge. I've done nothing wrong anyways. And my husband is even a bigger victim. He has nothing to do with our personal business. Shut up! I hate you, but I hate that man too. I hate your husband for marrying the person I hate. Every single person in this room is a college graduate or above, and therefore you two are the dumbest people here. What's wrong with making a fool out of those fools? How dare you? You two peasants just stay standing for the rest of the wedding. It really compliments the dumb look on your faces. Whatever, we're going home. Is someone mad? If you're so angry, then why don't you go graduate a college? Maybe I'll prepare a chair for you after that. Oh wait, but given how dumb you are, I guess there's no use. Never mind. You'd never be able to pay for it anyways. Unlike me and my husband, I assume that you and your husband are barely paying your bills with that business of yours, huh? You're not going to keep that smile for long, sis. And I won't be listening to any apologies later on. What? This is the last time you'll ever be hearing from us again. The two of us who don't even deserve chairs will be going home now. But remember that I will never forgive you for going out of your way and lying just to make us feel dehumanized. I've been holding it in for so long, but I won't hold back anymore. I will make you regret this. Hey guys, some high school graduate is threatening me. Help! Go home if you're gonna go home, peasant. Bella! What did you do to my husband's company? Oh, hey Skylar. What do you mean, what did I do? My husband just called in crying that his boss is furious at him because one of the company's clients called him out. And now the deal that he was working on was completely canceled. He's panicking that every single job that he's working on right now is falling apart in relation to this. Oh my, what a pity. He's supposed to be managing the opening of a new location right now, and that client was taking care of the interior of that particular location that was being built. But since the client is mad at him, everything's falling apart. The tables and seats and everything else that was supposed to arrive aren't coming anymore. And now he says that they won't make it to the open date anymore, or if they'll even get to open the store altogether. Wow, he was given the privilege of managing a newly opening location, but he couldn't even pull off opening it? That's a huge blow on his career, huh? I'm sure his boss is very, very angry at him now. Quit the dumb act. I know you know something about this. Apparently that client is actually you and your husband's company, right? How is this possible? Why is a dumb little company like yours clients with the company of my husband works at? This makes no sense. My husband works at a pretty big place. I mean, how am I supposed to answer that question? It seems to me that you already know everything I could explain to you right now. Oh, and the reason our company is a client of your husband's company is because our business is going very well and we're popular. That's why. When did you two grow your company to this scale? I don't know, but apparently a furniture store specified in importing vintage pieces was a business scheme that everyone had been overlooking, and we caught it. It's true our company is still pretty small, but me and my husband have a great eye when it comes to choose the items. So our clients range from small restaurants to corporate-level companies. What? Yeah, I mean, not that I would ever expect you to be interested in a business ran by 2 high school graduates. But I guess no matter what level of education, It all comes down to the passion and hard work. We learned French, German, Chinese, Japanese, etc., so that we could bargain in the seller's native language. And now we have clients all over the world who offer us reasonable prices. When did all of this happen? Out of all people, you're able to speak that many languages? Yes, me, out of all people. Since you people are on such a high horse, I contacted your headquarters. That you probably don't need furniture from peasants to make the business work, right? This has to be a joke. How could so many coincidences happen at once? I didn't know your company was so popular, and I didn't know you and my husband were clients. This isn't fair. You didn't tell me all of this before I did what I did. Yeah, I figured that your husband probably wouldn't have recognized us just by seeing our faces. Since you decided not to invite us to any of the family gatherings, and you wouldn't expect to see a client at your wedding, right? On the other hand, my husband and I knew from the beginning because Mom showed us a picture of your husband on the day after sealing the deal. How dare you do all of this to us? Just because we didn't prepare your seats for our wedding? You're trying to ruin our lives for that? And if you're going to take revenge, then don't bring my husband into this. Aw, so heartwarming to see a wife caring for her husband. But I hate you and I hate your husband for marrying the person I hate, so... What? The exact same lines that you said to me at the wedding. You hate my husband, right? And you invited him with me to the wedding and made him go through the same embarrassing experience, didn't you? So, I did the same thing to you. This is not the same thing. Apart from marrying you, he also made a huge mistake when he decided to make fun of me and my husband with you for not having a college education. This is personal, so what's wrong with taking revenge on him too? But you're going too far. This has an effect on his work, on his whole career. Please, just don't bring my husband into this anymore. I won't do anything to you guys, just please finish this deal with him as his client. I'm begging you. Or else we don't know what the company might do to him. I thought I warned you that I wouldn't be accepting any apologies after leaving that wedding. Please. Therefore, I won't be sending anything to your husband. Good luck with life from now on. My husband and I are very busy making deals with big companies right now. I can't believe you. My husband just got fired. Are you happy now? Does this really make you happy? Because since you two decided not to send any of the furniture, the opening date was set back multiple times and his boss cut him. Yes, we received a very neat and long letter of apology by the headquarters of his company, that they're very sorry for the unethical actions taken by their employee. The apologies and requests were starting to get annoying, so we ended up sending the furniture in the end, actually. But I guess that still wasn't enough to save him from being fired, huh? I won't forgive you two for this, and neither will my husband. He's furious that you two uneducated small business owners got in his way. Oh no, please don't. It's too late for apologies now. We'll write every single detail about your horrible products and how harmful they were to us, and that everything in the store is ugly. In fact, I've already left several one-star reviews on this store. I see. So the reviews that have been posted lately were all written by you and your husband, huh? Well, I guess we have our proof then. I'll be using screenshots from this conversation as evidence to sue you. What kind of crime should I sue you for? What? Just know that I'll be taking all measures necessary to sue you completely. We will not be accepting any apologies for this incident either. As the owner of this company, I will not be tolerating any of these illegal attacks on our business. Owner of the business? Mr. Charles?
Yes, I'll be talking with you from here on as the owner. If you have any complaints about our current decision, please be sure to contact us through a lawyer.
What do you mean you're going to sue us? You have got to be joking about this lawyer thing. You should know that we can't afford that right now. And stay out of this. This is between me and my sister. Do you think you can just assault me like this? I'm your wife's sister.
I thought you two weren't sisters anymore. Bella told me on the day of your wedding that she will be taking legal procedures to cut all relations with you. Therefore, you two are strangers. And all you are to me is an enemy who attacked our business. Therefore, I will be seeing you in court.
What?
I'll tell you this beforehand, but we are not looking for an unofficial settlement. I'll make you a criminal, and I will leave a mark on your record. Please know that.
A mark on my record? Whoa. Let's slow down here. You don't mean you're going to call the cops on me, do you?
That's exactly what I mean. If you get a criminal record, then maybe you'll finally learn. I personally think that no matter what the reason, it's fine to hate whatever you hate. Even if you hate Bella for being able to do everything other than schoolwork better than you, I think that's only natural. I think it's okay. But you should know that just because you hate someone, that doesn't mean you're allowed to do anything to them. So I'll help you learn that lesson.
Wait. Are you serious?
Very, very serious. It becomes very difficult to go back to carrying a normal life once you have a criminal record. Employers won't hire you, and you won't have as much trust in society, so face that reality and take in what you've done to us.
You can't just do this to us, leaving the two of us unemployed right after we got married.
I mean, we can't just forgive you anymore, so... You had your chance to be forgiven for everything you've done to us, but you decided to throw it away and put yourself in this situation. I'm a nice guy myself, but what you did at the wedding just wasn't right.
Please, I'm begging you. You're not being yourself, Mr. Charles. You're not like this. You're always smiling, and you're always nice.
Well, now you know that it's a serious situation when a truly nice person becomes mad. I let everything slide up until that wedding. But what happened there was just terrible of you. Unforgivable. You should have seen the look on my wife's face when she found out that there were no seats for us, and you never meant anything you said prior to that. I won't forgive anyone who made my wife that heartbroken.
No, I didn't mean it.
Please make sure not to contact me or my wife ever again. If you ever have anything to say, then contact us through a lawyer. My wife and I will be going now. Good luck with life.
After that, it took a while, but me and my husband were able to win in court, allowing us to leave a criminal record on my sister and her husband. Apparently, my sister called on my relatives as if they were victims. But everyone knew what she had done to me at the wedding, so no one helped the two recover from their loss at court. On top of that, thanks to their criminal record, they weren't able to find a new job. I heard they even yelled at an employer for not hiring them, even though they were college graduates. On the other hand, my husband and I are continuing to work hard every day. We've been receiving more and more jobs, so we're thinking of opening new stores and expanding our business. Get a divorce with Brian immediately. I'm gonna be his wife from now on. What? Grab and sign the divorce papers by the end of the day. After that, start packing your bags and get out of the house. I'll be moving into that wonderful house soon. Sorry, but who are you? Ordering me to get a divorce with my husband out of nowhere without introducing yourself first is a bit confusing on my end. Goodness, you don't know who I am. We were so close in middle school.
Huh? With me?
Yep, I tormented you and you endured it. That was our dynamic, wasn't it? I remember that sandwich you tried your hardest to get first being so good. Wait, Lindsay? Took you a while. You're still clueless as ever, I see. Why would you contact me after all these years? Not to mention the demands to get a divorce. That's because I'm in a relationship with your husband, which is why I will be marrying him. You are a hindrance to my happiness, so get lost already. In a relationship. Wait, so he was cheating on me with you, Lindsay. Oh, so you were aware that he was cheating? Maybe you aren't entirely clueless. Anybody could tell that he was cheating from a mile away with all the little marks he has around his collarbone. I would find lipstick or earrings dropped in his car as well. Obviously, the woman he was with was trying to get me to realize he was cheating on me. That would be all me. Be sure to give those back to me later, by the way. I had thoughts about hiring an investigator to find the woman he was cheating on me with. You came forth instead, so I guess there's no need for that anymore. Didn't expect it to be with someone from my middle school, though. I'm guessing that you were aware that I'm married to him as you were doing all this. Well, duh. It annoyed me to find out that a woman like you was living a lavish life with your CEO husband, so I decided to take him from you. Wait, is the CEO's husband? I'll be replacing you as his wife. He seems utterly infatuated with me already anyway. If you know what's good for you, you'll get a divorce immediately. Okay, wait. Just so that we're on the same page here, let me get some of the facts straight. Are you aware of what you're trying to do, Lindsay? You are going to have to pay me a consultation fee if I do end up getting this divorce. Huh? Just because I endured your bullying back then doesn't mean I won't stand up for myself now and get the money I deserve from this affair. I'm offended that you think I would be so low as to not be prepared for this. I have the money prepared already. You'll receive a grand total of $5,000 from me. You're willing to give me that much? $5,000 is nothing to me if that's what it takes to get a CEO husband. You'll get all this money I had in my savings, get a divorce, and the money's yours. Okay, but just to let you know, that husband of mine doesn't work. What? Are you sure you want to go through with this? I will happily agree to get a divorce if you are sure. What are you talking about? Brian does have a job. He's a CEO. Don't be saying such stupid things. I'm telling the truth, though. I already did my research. He's definitely a CEO. This pathetic last attempt to get me to change my mind isn't going to work. I'll hand you the money, so get out of here. Hey, Brian, I hope you realize that I'm aware that you've been cheating on me this entire time, right? With a girl named Lindsay?
What? How did you find out?
She just texted me just now about it. She told me she'll give me the consultation money if I get a divorce with you. She's really set on getting married to you.
Huh? Lindsay said all that.
She seemed pretty serious about it. I was offered $5,000 if I get a divorce with you.
She had that much money saved up just to have me? She's so kind. A woman willing to give up that much money for me has to be my soulmate.
Whoa, what?
Bree, our relationship needs to end here. I'm getting married to Lindsay. I have to respond to this love that she has shown to me.
Wow. You are really head over heels for this girl. Well, if that's what you guys want, then I'll sign the papers. Just make sure you pay what needs to be paid as well. She has her money prepared, so you need to as well.
Of course. I'll head to the city hall and grab the papers right now. We'll talk about the important details tonight. I'll give you whatever money I need. Just don't beg for me to come back, okay?
What kind of sick joke is this? Brian really doesn't have a job? I told you, and if you would have listened, I could have told you that he hasn't had a job for 2 years now. After his former job dismissed him, he hasn't worked. 2 years? I make quite a decent amount, so we talked about it, and he agreed to take care of the house. But I was told he was a CEO. Huh? Oh, I get it now. He's just temporarily jobless. That's why he decided just to become a stay-at-home husband. It's just a temporary thing. Just like those people you see on social media. You know, the ones who joke around about their businesses being bought out and becoming jobless. Yeah, those guys. Those comment sections are filled with the same comments, too. Brian has to be one of those guys as well. He just got so tired of working so much as a CEO. That's why he's relaxing and enjoying life as a stay-at-home husband. Which means that even if he is jobless, there's no problem whatsoever. I panicked and texted you. What? We just got married. Just you wait. I'll be showing off my lavish lifestyle to everyone. Look at this. Starting today, this luxury apartment will be our new home. It looks absolutely amazing, as expected from a former CEO. Just thinking about having this amazing view all to myself is just amazing. Wow, you guys moved to an amazing place like this? Even if he isn't working, as long as you have the money, you can afford to live in luxury towers like this. How do you feel? Jealous? Is Brian really paying the rent for that? Yup, the rent is $2,000 a month. That much? That shouldn't be a problem for him though. He probably has so much money saved from his clients. It's like a dream to be able to live in a place like this. I really did make the right choice taking him from you. Paying you $5,000 doesn't hurt at all when that's almost 3 months worth of rent here. Thanks for the rich husband. I'll be enjoying my lavish life with his hard-earned money. He doesn't have any money left over to be able to pay for all of that. What? I checked his bank account when we were getting divorced. Most of his money was given over to me for consultation fees and whatnot. So all he has left in his savings is a small amount that he had before he married me. And from what I saw, he only has exactly $2,000 left. What? Only $2,000? That should cover 1 month's worth of rent, right? I guess that $5,000 you sent me would have come in handy. What are you talking about? A former CEO shouldn't be broke. Did you take all his hard-earned money? You took a large amount of money from him, claiming that it's all fees that he had to pay you. I wouldn't be able to take a large amount of money from him legally. You should really hurry up and come to your senses about Brian not being his CEO. I've been curious to know what led you to believe that he is. I've been telling you from the start that he isn't. He definitely is. His friend was saying that he is. Wait, what? His friend? Yeah. I happen to know one of his friends, and when I was drinking with him, he told me that he's a friend of a CEO. So I had him introduce me to Brian. Wait, when you say friend, do you mean someone from his middle school days? Bingo! They were apparently classmates and were on the same sports team. So, this might come as a shock to you, but when he calls Brian CEO, he's referring to him by the nickname he was given by them. What? He isn't in charge of a company at all. He was just called CEO by all his friends back in middle school, and continued to be called that even as an adult. What? A nickname? Ryan may look slim now, but when he was in middle school, he was a bit more on the chubby side, and due to that, he looked older than he actually was. Plus, his family was pretty well off, so he got a larger allowance than the other kids around him, which led him to being called CEO by everyone. You're lying. There's no way that's true. Do you think I would be stupid enough to fall for something like that? You definitely misunderstood his friends, and now you've convinced yourself of this lie. I can't believe this is happening. We moved to a luxury apartment. Okay, you know what? You should go check his bank account and see for yourself. Or you could ask him yourself, then you'll know the truth.
This is the worst. Lindsay started attacking me out of nowhere. Even my parents never laid their hands on me before.
How unfortunate, but it's all because she had a huge misunderstanding about something relating to you. You should forgive your adorable wife for the small bump in your marriage.
Don't be stupid. I never told her a single lie. Just because she misunderstood something on her own, and now I'm getting called a liar. This is so unfair.
Yeah, but you also contributed to her misunderstanding. You were the one who decided to move to an apartment that has rent of $2,000 a month. You barely have anything saved in your account, and considering you don't have a job...
That's because I tried my best to convince the real estate agents to let me. I was really worried that they would reject us. Lindsay told me that I could do it, and she seemed really ecstatic about the apartment, so I just had to get it for her.
So you forced your way through into renting the place.
I had to get on my knees and beg for this. I even signed a contract stating that the moment we were unable to afford the rent, we'd move out immediately.
You signed a contract?
I had to, or else they wouldn't let me rent the place. Plus, my pride was on the line here. There was no way I could forgive myself for letting down my woman. Plus, I figured that if I get lucky with being able to live here, I could also find a good job to continue paying for it.
You're kidding, right?
I've been told that good shoes take you to good places. So by that logic, living in a good home, give me a good job.
So, did you find a good job then?
No, I'm not. Anybody who looks at my resume thinks I'm lying. My lack of experience and my address written on there don't add up to them. They flat out tell me that they can't trust someone who isn't being blunt about their situation.
So your address is the source of your unluckiness. Well then, good luck on preparing to move. I'm sure you guys will be forced out by the owner soon. Give me back that $5,000. I demand that you hand over the money this instant. I don't want to. Why would I do that? Because that's the decent thing to do. This all happened due to a misunderstanding. I only handed you that money because I thought I was gonna marry a CEO. But seeing he's jobless, there was no reason for me to hand you all that money. Even if it was a misunderstanding, cheating is still cheating. You guys decided to commit adultery, and I was just doing as you guys asked and got a divorce. You aren't getting that money back. Don't be acting tough now, little girl. You were just a sore loser who I picked on. If I say that you have to give me back that money, you will give me back that money. You will regret it if you continue to disobey me. That does sound rather scary. You remember my older brother, don't you? The famous delinquent of our town? I can just ask him to go over and beat you up until you decide to listen. You'll be unrecognizable once he's done. There you go again. Bring your brother into this again. You haven't changed a single bit. That's how you got me scared enough to endure you bullying me in middle school. You haven't changed from that loser personality either, though. That's why your husband is jobless and leeching off of you. Maybe so, but I have worked hard for myself. As you can see, I'm standing up for myself like I couldn't in middle school. Are Are you trying to go against me? Even a loser like me can work hard enough and get to a better position. You can have your brother beat me up if you want, but don't regret everything afterwards. If that happens, I'll just have your brother be fired immediately. What? As the CEO of my company, I can fire him easily. So if you can handle that weight on your shoulders, then go for it. What? Wait. You're the CEO of the company my brother works at? Yeah, I took over the family business, and your brother is one of my employees. It's such a friendly environment, and I talk to your brother a lot. Really. He told me just recently that he's getting married. Your favorite brother is getting married. He was so excited to tell me that he finally gets to marry his long-term girlfriend. You're kidding. You even know about him getting married? Your precious brother is getting married, so you decided to as well, I'm guessing. But starting off from square one with getting a boyfriend was too much work, so you decided to be a homewrecker and steal the husband of a girl you used to bully. Well, you see, I feel bad for your brother. He became a proper man, planning to get married, have a fancy wedding, and get enough money to get a nice house for his wife. Yet, all that will become impossible if he gets fired for harming his boss. Wait, stop! I won't do anything like that. So please, don't fire my brother. Don't tell my brother anything about me either. Well, too late now. You won't listen to a word I say. Huh? Well, you committed adultery with my husband and still ask for the consultation money back. Even when I said I don't want to, you persist. So obviously I'm gonna need another person to intervene. You would listen to your own family, right? What? No! Stop! Stop! Our conversations aren't aligning, so I figured I should ask your brother, who's in the wrong. If he says that I should give you the money back, then I will. I'm serious. Stop. You don't have to give me the money back. Just keep it. So please, don't say anything to my brother. I gotta get back to work now. My break's ending soon. Wait! Oh, your brother walked into the break room. What perfect timing. I'm gonna go ask him. Talk to you later. Stop! Please, anything but that. After Lindsay's brother heard about the entire situation, she was thoroughly lectured and also got beaten up by her brother. With her face all battered and bruised, she came to me crying for forgiveness. She got kicked out by her own family, and her brother demanded that she never return. He told all his friends that if they see her, they have his permission to kick her out of town. Her own former delinquent brother turned back on her. As for my ex-husband, Brian, he seems to have no luck finding any work, eventually becoming homeless. He seems to be hanging on to the memories of the luxury apartment he got forced out of, as he stays at a park nearby.
Hey Lola, I just wanted to say congratulations. I heard from Steve that the baby was born safely. Thank you. Because of all of your support, our little boy was born strong and healthy. That's amazing. Could I come over and see him sometime soon? Of course, whenever you feel that your body has full recovered. I'll go as soon as there's a notice. Just send me a text and I'll be on my way. Oh, wow. You really do have all the time in the world on your hands, don't you? Not that I expected anything more from a stay-at-home wife. Really, not many people who have proper jobs can pull off that reply, Nikki. You're still living well off with your husband's money, aren't you? What? I'm going to raise this little boy, like me, a useful member of society. Therefore, I'd like to keep his encounters with people who are otherwise at the minimum. Are you getting what I'm hinting at here right now? I don't see you as a very useful member of society, so I have no intention in letting my son see you. So, I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you to stay away from him until he reaches at an age where he can make distinctions between people to look up to and who not to. What on earth makes you say that I'm not a useful member of society? And however you think of me, I'm still that little boy's aunt. It's only natural to want to see your nephew. Have you not read everything that I just sent you? I'm trying to raise my son into someone like me, a person who is able to attend one of the most prestigious universities in the nation and will go on to work at the best company possible. Therefore, I'll only let people who I decide are a good role model in that aspect to see him. I can't let him see someone like you, a dumb housewife who only slows down the flow of our society. What do you mean, dumb? You really shouldn't say that about others, and I'm tired of you saying those things to me. You're the one who's getting yourself in those situations by acting dumb. Besides, how do housewives even exist in this day of age? Do you enjoy your life, completely reliant on your husband, while people like me take over the world? Look, I have my own priorities, and me and my husband talked everything through and made this decision. My job is to organize and support my family members' lives so we can all thrive. What do you mean, job? You're just doing housework. You don't benefit anyone other than your family. Yet, you feel like you're a worthy member of our society. I'll tell you what you are. You're a burden. How dare you say that to me? Besides, you don't even have children. You're only benefiting a single person. You don't help the economy. You don't help others through your actions. You just sit there and look pretty in the safety of your home. Stop acting like you're doing anyone any good. What? Learn from people like me, active members of our society who work at huge companies and support the economy. On top of that, I even gave birth to a child. Imagine how much of a loss it would be for me to curl up in my own house like you. You know, I really wish that people like you would just try to even be a portion of how worthy I am towards this country. You just slow everyone around you down. Lola, could you please just get either a good education or work hard to support our economy? Is it really too much to ask for from you? Once you either get one of those done, I'll let you meet my son. Until then, I'm sorry, but I can't let him even get a glimpse of you. Because I'm not going to risk my precious, handsome, and beautiful son becoming someone like you. See ya. Steve, I just wanted to ask if you agreed with Lola's way of thinking. Do you really want to keep me from seeing my nephew?
Hey, Nikki. I'm not sure what you're talking about. What do you mean by Lola's way of thinking? About what?
I just spoke with Lola, and she told me that she has no intention in letting me see my nephew. Because she deems me as a useless member of society, which makes me unworthy of seeing my nephew.
What?
Yeah, she's always made fun of me for being a stay-at-home mother, but she's starting to get pretty extreme about it. I didn't think she hated me so much for it.
I'm so sorry that you had to hear that from Lola. I never even thought that she would say something like that to you. I don't think she meant any of that. It's probably just because of her hormones and stress from giving birth and everything. Please, just don't think much of anything she says.
Hormones? It looked like she had some beliefs that were carved deep in her system. It's gotten even worse than before. She even went as far as saying that I'm just a burden to both my husband and society as a whole. If her goal was to hurt my feelings, then yes, that pretty much got the job done.
She really said that to you? Look, I'm so sorry, but probably my fault that she's saying that. I think Lola's taking her anger out on you because I bothered her in the first place. She's probably saying all those things to you because she feels that her husband, is also a burden to society and to her.
What? What do you mean she's talking about you? Are you doing fine? You're not a burden to anyone, Steve. You go to work, you get your job done, and you pay your bills for your family. That's more than enough to be worthy to a lot of people.
Actually, I'm not the one who's mainly supporting my family right now. Lola makes more than me. She mocks me every single day. how I'm being a burden to the family, and that I'm not worth crap. Thanks to her getting used to that mindset because of me, she's probably doing the same thing to you too. I'm so sorry.
Wait a minute. She's really saying those things to you every single day? No matter how much she makes, she has absolutely no right to be saying those things to you, Steve. Stress, hormones, whatever. There's still no excuse to be saying those things like that to another person.
I think she's also feeling stressed from not being able to get back to work yet. It's the first time she's ever left her workplace for such a long time, so she's not used to the worries of losing her place in the office and things like that. And she just loves working in general, so it's like someone took away her favorite hobby. If she feels better by directing her stress to me, then I'm willing to accept it.
Steve.
Still, you have nothing to do with this, and I'm so sorry that she said such horrible things to you. I'm sure that she'll start feeling better and her mental state will get better in a while too. So just ignore everything she says, and things will go back to how they were before you even know it. And also, I would love for you to come see my son.
Oh, really?
Of course. I'll keep an eye out and text you when I feel like there's a chance that you can see him. Until then, I'm sorry, but just ignore whatever Lola's telling you. And wait for a notice from me, okay?
How could you do that, Lola? All I did was go over to your house to see your son. Why on earth would you splash me with water and kick me out? Because he invaded private property. Duh. You're the one who came over without a notice. You should have expected to be seen as an invader. I didn't just show up without a notice. I showed up because Steve said that I could come see your son. What? But I told him that I wouldn't let our son see you under any circumstances whatsoever. How are you gonna take responsibility if you or your stupid husband see him and he picks up on your stupidity? What? All that crappy husband of mine does is put our son at risk. You two siblings, what's wrong with you two? There has to be something genetic going on here. Steve called me over because he thought that it was the right thing to do. Don't talk bad about him for doing this. What's so wrong about pointing out that a crappy person is crappy? He makes so little that his salary is like minimum wage, for Christ's sake. And now he goes out of his way just to do something that bothers his wife? How crappy can a husband be? My brother is not useless or crappy. I've heard all kinds of stories about you two from him, including the way he does most of the housework while you just roll around on the bed from day in to day out. You don't even show your face to your son for a whole day sometimes, right? Yeah? So what? I did my part in giving birth to our son and making twice as much as Steve does. Of course he's going to have to do all of the housework. If anything, it barely evens out when he does all of the housework. Just think about the months of struggling that I had to go through when I was pregnant. He deserves this, and I deserve this. Ugh, Lola. And more than anything, I want to get back to working at my company. Do you know what the best action to take right now to achieve that is? It's to get as much as rest as I can to recover. I lay in bed for a valid reason. And even when I'm in bed, I watch YouTube videos and study for work. I even have to gather information about how to raise my kid into a prodigy. Do you not see how busy I am even when I'm in bed? My brother isn't your butler. It's true that men aren't able to get pregnant for their wives or give birth for them. But this is still way too far. You're treating him like a slave who does everything for you. Wow! I have never been so unbothered by someone else's words in my whole life. It's probably because the person who's talking to me is an uneducated lowlife who doesn't even have a salary. I don't need someone like you to be lecturing me about how I run my own family. You're a stranger to me, and you're a stranger to my son. Please stop acting like you're my family, because you're really starting to annoy me. You need to watch your mouth. Oh, shut up, you useless housewife. You're nothing but a burden to all of us. It's true that I am a housewife, but I started to look for jobs that I can do from my house lately, just so I could prove you wrong. I'm a working, active member of society, and I even brought the money that I made through that job to give you two as a congratulations. Oh, really? I guess you finally came to your senses, thanks to me. But, I mean, what does you, an old lady, starting to work at this age, do for anyone else? You haven't even graduated from a nice university like me. You don't have any notable certificates that make you special, so you're just a high school graduate. I don't need the $50 that you made from working at home for a week, honey. What did you say? I said, what does you bring a few bucks to congratulate us prove? Because last time I checked, no one other than some homeless person would want to take away your week's worth of money. But don't be discouraged. I'm sure you'll finally be able to buy something nice in a decade or so. Just go home in your soaking wet clothes. I don't want you in my sight ever again. And I will not let you see my son for as long as he lives. All right then. I'm taking the $10,000 with me. Your loss. What? Did you say 10,000? Don't mind me. You know, I feel oddly fulfilled right now. I was willing to give you a second chance up until today, but I was finally able to give up on you. I don't even want to congratulate you at all anymore, so I'll head home. Wait! What do you mean you have $10,000? You brought that money to congratulate us? Yup, exactly $10,000. Haha, very funny. You're joking, right? You told me that you made that money through working from home. That would mean that you made $10,000 through working from home. That's what I did. Why would I be joking? But you said that you just started that job. How would you be able to make $10,000 in such a short period of time? It makes no sense. You just brought some money that your husband made and you're acting like you made it yourself, right? You begged your husband for $10,000 just so you could look good in front of us, right? I don't think you knew this, but I actually used to work at a very big company before I got married with my husband. I was a system engineer there, and thanks to the connections that I made back then, I was able to find a decent job. I don't mean to be cocky, but I was pretty great at what I did. So, that's how I got paid a pretty decent amount in such a short amount of time. A pretty decent amount? You call 10,000 a pretty decent amount? I mean, I guess it's doable if you're an engineer, but $10,000 out of the blue is still way too much. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised about the amount too. I only did easy jobs as a warm-up first, and my employers told me that I shouldn't go too hard from the beginning, and treat it like a hobby rather than a job. But then more and more people wanted me to work for them, and recently, I was finally able to land a long-term job for 6 months. That's how I got paid $10,000 in advance. How? I mean, it's a pretty sophisticated job that has to do with system engineering, so the reward is pretty high in correlation to the workload. And I brought all of the money that I was paid in advance in order to congratulate you two for having your baby. Besides, you were the reason I was able to get myself to start working again. But your cruel words worked as a motivation for me to try and prove you wrong, so I thought I owed it to you. But I guess you don't want it. What? Actually? So you really brought $10,000 in cash for me? Yes, and my husband didn't say anything about it either. Since he has the heart that's as big as the ocean, he didn't hesitate to tell me that I could do whatever I want with the money. You know, he even told me that it was very respectable for me to do such a thing. But I'm all wet now, so I think I'll get going. I'm sorry for showing up in the first place. I didn't think I was hated so much by you. But I get it now. I won't give you this money, and I won't try to see your son ever again. Goodbye.
Hey, sis. I don't even know how to apologize for what happened today. This is all my fault. If I hadn't called you over, you wouldn't have had to go through that. I just thought that since Lola is always sleeping in the bedroom, we'd be able to get away with it.
Don't mind me, Steve. I'm just worried about you. Are you okay? I got a glimpse of your face, but you seem so much skinnier and paler than I remembered you to be.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that our baby has been having some trouble getting to sleep lately. Sometimes he stays up all night and just cries, but this is the least I could do for him. I don't make as much money as Lola, so I need to make up for that through housework and taking care of the baby.
You know what, Steve? I need you to bring your baby with you and come over to my house right now. We have a room that we aren't using at all right now, so you can use it. Even my husband is saying that he wants to help you out.
What?
Your paternity leave is over, right? And you're going to work as usual, aren't you? That means that you work for a whole day and you go home to do the housework and stay up all night to nurture the baby. This is just upright abnormal. When it comes to this point, I really think that you should take divorcing Lola into consideration.
Divorce? Don't say something like that. We just had our first child. We can't just break up.
I know it isn't ideal, but the environment that you two are creating is not the kind of environment that you should be raising a baby in.
Why not?
Just take a deep breath and take a step back. Look at yourself. Do you think that the baby is going to be happy seeing you like that? Can you imagine the three of you with a big, warm smile on your faces?
I don't know. Can I really rely on you guys? I don't think I can take this life anymore. I've only been getting an hour of sleep for a while now.
Of course you can rely on us, Steve. Is there a day where you think you can sneak out of the house without Lola noticing? I'm sure that's the best way to avoid any conflict.
Well, I have to take him to the doctor's office for a checkup tomorrow. He's been getting rashes lately.
Alright, perfect. Then, can we meet up at the hospital? I'll take you over to my house as soon as the checkup ends. Make sure to keep your luggage to the minimum. We can buy everything else that you need. Your sister is working again, and she's pretty rich now.
Thank you so much. I don't know how I'll repay you, and I'm sorry for making you a part of this big mess.
Don't apologize, Steve. I finally get to see my adorable little nephew, so we both benefit from this. There's nothing for you to be ashamed of. I'll see you at the hospital tomorrow then, alright? Act as normal as possible, and make sure that Lola doesn't get suspicious. Give me my son and husband back this moment. What is this? Some kind of joke? Do you really think he can just get away with leaving a divorce paper on the table and disappearing? How dare he betray me like this? The baby he has isn't his son. It's our son. I don't know if you haven't realized this yet, but this is your own fault. I can't trust my precious little brother and his son with a mother and wife like you. If you have no intention to better your actions, then I'd like to kindly request you to please get divorced with your husband. Do you really not realize that the person who's going to suffer the most after we divorce is him? That man is only capable of making half of the amount that I make. How is he going to provide even a decent way of living for that child without me? And besides, kids always like their mothers more than their fathers. If we get divorced, he'll end up with no money, and the baby is going to end up with no one to love. Do you really want that for either of them? My nephew absolutely loves his father. As proof, he won't sleep unless Steve is by his side. And he starts crying whenever Steve walks out of sight for even a second. Babies can sense it when someone loves and cares for them dearly. That's just because he's been with Steve longer. Yeah. And besides, there's absolutely no issue with Steve's salary. Because you're going to be able to pay a lot of child support with the amount of money you make, right? I'm guessing about $1,000 a month. Will be better than well off with that kind of money combined with Steve's salary. Steve's saying that he'll have the rights to the baby if you two get divorced. Besides, you love work anyways, don't you? I doubt that you'll have the time and mental space to take sufficient care for the baby. I mean, maybe. Then, you're gonna have to abandon your rights as a parent and hand over the child support to Steve, right? I mean, we'll fight for that outcome in court even if you say no. I'm sure the judges will be very understanding towards Steve, given the way he's taken very good care of the baby since it was born while you were in bed. But $1,000 each month? I calculated that amount based on the government guidelines, so I'm sure the official amount will be something like that. You're paying the full amount, aren't you? Since this baby isn't Steve's, and it's yours, and Steve's. Well... And you want him going to the best universities in the country, right? Well then, you're going to have to pay enough so we can prepare for that too. Because you're his loving, responsible parent, right? But that's a lot. Please, sign the papers on the table. My brother will finally escape the hell you put him in. And he'll live happily ever after with the most beautiful baby in the world. Wait, you guys are serious about the divorce?
Yes, I'm serious, Lola. I need you to sign those papers, and I need you to let me divorce you. I can't live with you anymore.
Steve!
I've held it in this whole time, thinking that it was the best choice for me to take for the well-being of our child. I told myself that this is the least I could do for you since I wasn't making as much money as you. But I was finally able to realize the relationship that exists between us isn't even a marriage anymore. And I don't think of you as family anymore.
Why would you say that, Steve? Please, don't leave me. Please. I'll let you live whatever kind of life you want if you stay with me. I'm paying for everything as of now anyways. Can you really afford to lose me? To lose that kind of stable life?
Even if it's a lot less than you, I still make a decent amount doing my job. If I combine that with the child support that you'll pay me, I'll be able to have a nice life with the baby. Even if we get divorced, I'll do everything in my ability to let the baby live a happy life, so don't worry.
Wait, then what about me? Who's going to make dinner for me? I'm the type of person that you'll never find again. I'm well educated and I work at an amazing company. You can't just leave me like this, and you're going to take away my baby from me? I can't live with a reputation like that.
If I were you, I wouldn't be able to live with how selfish and shallow I am. You're well educated, you work at a nice company, so what? I hope you realize someday that being all of those things isn't what makes a person valuable.
What?
Please sign the papers that I left behind, and contact me through a lawyer from now on. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Goodbye.
No, wait, please. Look, I'll do all of the housework that you want me to. Just don't leave me. Please, Steve. I'll change in whatever way you want. Please just come home. I can't live without you. Later on, Steve was able to finally get a divorce with Lola. Since then, Steve, my husband, and I have been working all together to raise the baby, and it's been an amazing experience. Since Steve is such a nice person, everyone at his workplace has been cooperative towards him as well. He's been allowed to leave at exactly 5 p.m., and he's since been moved to a department with a less of a workload. On the other hand, Lola went right back to work as soon as she got divorced with Steve. Apparently, a rumor has been going around that her husband had left her and took her baby because she neglected them both. Because of this, she's lost her place in many projects which were aimed towards parents and couples, taking away her place in her workplace altogether. Since then, everyone stopped looking up to her, and she's turned unrecognizably quiet.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.